spend my life chasing you. You made my mind feel so brand new. And we hit a wall, my life was on stall. I needed to quit, needed to stand tall. I put you behind me after I gave you my all. I put my lighter down, threw away my paper, threw away my pen, more green vapors. If you can relate, put your hands to the sky, take a big deep breath, it's your time to fly. On a new journey, reaching for a higher learning. No more red eyes, I said my goodbyes. New understandings, illuminated light.
What's up, guys? Welcome to a typical Monday day in a life, which is quite different than the regular day because I typically work from home Tuesday through Friday, but on Mondays I go in the office just to keep my appearance and seem like a good worker. So we're headed to the office now, and I plug out my driveway. I wanted to just show you a shot of the spot of where I had to come out and used to smoke my blunt before I left. I mean, I went through variations. First I would smoke in the house when I wasn't hiding weed from my wife or whatnot. And then when I started hiding my weed addiction, before I leave work, I would go to my spot under the porch next to her car and smoke me a blunt before I go to work. But we're past that now. So, I mean, this may be a boring vlog. I'm just going through a day in the life, something new. This channel typically doesn't do vlog day in the lives, but I wanted to do something different. Just letting you know how a typical day would go for me, somebody who needed weed throughout the day, and just how my life goes now that I am free of weed addiction and I don't smoke weed all day, every day. This may be sort of boring because my life is pretty boring. I don't do anything too much exciting. Pretty much I do the same thing each and every day. Like I said, each day is set up pretty much the same. Mondays are different. Mondays. Hello. I'll call her back. Mondays are different because I do go to the office, to where it used to be me going to the office was not an excuse, but a luxury because I could, smoke weed at the office. And especially now when it's like this work from home age where nobody's at the office except for, at this point in my area, just me. So what better environment would you have to get high, come outside, smoke your weed, come back in, no pressure about people seeing if you're high, no pressure about smelling like weed. It's just, I'm high in a lonesome office. How great. But we're past that, and I can still go to the office alone, not be high, and be totally okay with life. So that's where we are. We are headed to the office, and I hope you guys enjoy this boring day in the life of an ex-weed head. So to work we go. People drive so crazy now. Remember, to have a wreck, it takes two damn fools, or it takes one damn fool and somebody not paying attention. It takes two wrongs to make a wreck.
Feeling free, oh yeah, no more haze, it's just me. Drop the smoke, raise the light, living clean every night. Grooving hard, feeling right, oh, breathing in, life so bright. Music loud, heart on beat, dancing fast, no defeat.
Okay, I made it to the office here, and of course you see there's nobody in the office. It's just me. This is my cubicle, and initially there were people here, people there. I mean, somebody's there. It looks their mouse is moving, but they're at home. Nobody's here. It's all me here to myself. So quiet day here at the office. So it's Monday, so let me get to work and deal with these crazy customers.
I put the blunt down, I put on my crown. I don't need no weed, cause I used to smoke a pound. I used to get so high, now I am so fly. I depend on my mind to take me to the sky. Get that smoke out my face, I don't wanna taste. I set my own pace to put me in the first place. I put the blunt down, I put on my crown.
Okay, side note, okay, just for my work specifically, if people are in need of canopies for like trade shows, for like food booths, for fairs, job fairs, things like that, and they want a logo on them, they talk to me. So I deal with all different types of companies that want their logos applied to canopies. And I deal with a lot of dispensaries or cannabis shops or weed shops. And I've never been, I know that we shouldn't like judge weed heads on the cliche, the dumb stoner that stays on the couch. But I swear, from my, at this point, 7 years of doing this, if I'm dealing with a dispensary or a cannabis shop, they are the hardest clients to deal with. Either they want a design that's complicated and it's just, they're all over the place. They have too many ideas. Either they're like just dumb in emails, like I don't know what they're asking. They're asking stupid questions. They're just hard to deal with some way, whether the communication or whether the design. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 dispensaries I deal with fit the cliche of a weed head. They're dumb. I don't know what they're asking. They have too much going on for their design. They're just not pleasant people to deal with. So I just find it interesting. Even when I was smoking weed, I was like, why are weed shops so hard to fucking deal with? Like, it's crazy.
Every night the same grind. We'd light up, let our minds unwind. Lost time in a smoky haze. Now I'm looking for clearer days. Club lights bright, beats are tight. No more puff, I'm feeling right. Chilling sands, the cloudy fog. Now I'm dancing like a power
Lunchtime.
No more smoke, no more weed.
I guess one fact about my Monday schedule is, as a family, we decided about 5 years ago to try not to eat meat on Mondays. So on most Mondays, we don't eat meat. Not vegan, but we try to eat as less meat as possible. Because, I wouldn't say meat is the worst thing, but I do think we perhaps eat too much meat too much meat as a society in general. So what's one day that just cut meat completely out of our diet? I'll probably never be a vegan because I like meat too much, but we got to start somewhere. I have some corn on the cob put on the grill last night. Got some nice scalloped potatoes from my wife and some Hawaiian rolls. So this will be my lunch for right now.
Now I'm dancing like a power star. No more smoke, no more weed. Clean life is all I need. See the world.
What's up, guys? So, okay, now we're on my lunch break. Use this time to talk to my wife or talk to my mom. Walk around here. I'm usually a walker and a talker, a walker and a thinker, so I do walk around this parking lot, usually on all my lunch breaks. my schedule used to be, it evolved like everything evolves. When I first used to go to my car and smoke the car out or hotbox the car, whatever you want to call it. And then a couple of times I felt like I came back in reeking of weed and maybe somebody smelled me, so I got paranoid. So I started to not smoke in my car. But I would a lot of times, go either over here and smoke and hope my coworker didn't come out there and look outside. You know, I hope this video does not like actually get a lot of views and one of my coworkers sees it and like, oh, you were just at work just totally getting all kinds of high. But I guess we'll cross that bridge if that happens. And so I also would go over here where I would walk up and down here and smoke and just pray I don't get caught on the camera. There is a camera here that I learned that actually does not work. I don't know if you can see it. Does not really work. So that was pretty much how my lunch breaks would go. I would come outside, smoke, eat, talk to my mom. And that made work enjoyable. I didn't really, and I'm saying all this to also, we'll always find reasons to actually continue to smoke weed, whether it's reasons where we shouldn't quit, either saying that something hard is going on in our lives, or maybe it's something that's making it where smoking would be more appealing. Because right now, at a point when I come in on Mondays where nobody's in the office really, except for me, I can pretty much do what I want to as far as getting high, smoking, come back in, be relaxed. I don't even have to wait till my lunch break to smoke because there's nobody in the office with me. So I could be like, why would I quit now when I have this great opportunity, this great environment to where, I can smoke weed. It's not a big deal. It's not a job that drug tests you, or I've eliminated the thought of me getting, smelled by a coworker, or, being caught. But I can just be high, being here by myself. So the environment is very conducive to me continuing my weed habit. But I can't let that be. I didn't want to actually, because I can imagine coming to work and not being coming to work on a Monday and not smoking. That was the one of the major benefits of coming to work on Monday. And who wants to be at work and I can't be high? And I think weed does that with all areas of our life before we know it. We'll say that, weed is not addictive, but we'll not want to eat if we're not high. We'll not want to sleep if we're not high. We don't helps us talk to people. It helps us tolerate people. It makes work better. We can find reasons that life just, makes life all around us this better thing. But it's really becoming a crutch and really getting in a way of us actually experiencing life. So I'm at a point now where, I still come in, and I was like, if I'm not smoking, why even come to work why even come to work on Monday? I just stay at home. But, I still do. And, it's not a big deal. I can not smoke weed and be okay. So we'll just talk to my mom or my wife whichever. I usually have a sweet treat before, after my lunch. I want to, you know, I can at least still get a sweet treat on Monday if I'm not smoking weed. And I didn't have any sweets to bring from home. They actually did have some cookies from Aldi's that sounded so good. They were salted sea salt caramel and chocolate chip cookies that sounded delicious. But they were gooey. I mean, even when we like baked them and then put them back in the oven because they seemed gooey, and they still were gooey, too gooey. Nothing wrong with a gooey center cookie with some crispy edges, but I mean, it was almost like they just would not get done. So I didn't want those. So I may go to Sonic and get a milkshake, possibly. We'll see. I don't know. All right, let's see where the day takes us. Probably nowhere than where it does every Monday because my life is it's pretty the same every day. So I'll see you shortly, guys. So I did decide to get a caramel milkshake, which I regret because I feel like for the last few times I've done this, um, Sonic Happy Hour doesn't really start until I want to say it's 2, could be 3. Whatever the case, they have been giving me like a happy hour special when I got my milkshake. So I've kind of made it more of a habit than I should in the past month or two. And the last 2 times I've not gotten a discount, so I paid $4 for a little bitty milkshake. But whatever. It's $4. Tell myself that because I'm pretty cheap. But hopefully it's tasty. It'll get me through the rest of my workday. So back to the office we go. It's 5:17. The day is almost over. And do y'all want to see what COVID does to an office? This used to be a full house. This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dream. That song just sticks in my head every time I walk through the hallway. Looking for the answer to brighter, clearer days. Letting go of the smoke, breaking free at last. My mind no longer shows no future in my grasp. Dancing in the daylight, feeling so alive. Days at the office are pretty low key. I mean, sometimes, although I enjoy working from home. I do feel like, my one of my dreams was 3, 4, 5 years ago was if they were letting some people work from home that actually like did IT work that didn't live actually in Tennessee, but they were letting people work from home. I'm like, oh, if I can eventually get to a point where I can work from home, I could probably, because ultimately, I mean, I think I want to live the nomadic RV lifestyle with the family. I think, um, and to really do that, I need income, and the job I have, it's easy enough to where I can, do that. It provides well enough to where I can perhaps do that. But, are they going to let me work from home because I want to live life on the road? But thanks to COVID, everybody went home, and now I have that avenue open. So now I'm just saving money so I can get the RV, so we can make this thing possible. I thought that would be something that wouldn't happen until I was like in my 40s, approaching 50. But I'm barely at 40, and I already have accomplished the main thing, which is having income that doesn't require me to be in office. But I still do, it's different to come to the office one day a week. Like I said, not only in case I ever had to come back to the office, I wouldn't be so out of sync of being in the office, but I don't think that ever at this point will be a thing. And then I said it'll make me look like a good employee if I'm choosing to still come in the office at least one day a week versus some people who haven't seen the office in years. And then even though I love my kids, I love my wife, it's good for a Monday, which is usually the busiest day, sometimes Tuesday, but most cases Monday is the busiest day. I can knock the work out with no kids in my lap, no loud commotion, and give me a great start to the week. So where I can work from home for the rest of the week when I'm dealing with, children and my wife that I love so much. So now I'm headed home. At one point, I would make it home and then go back to my spot under the carport, smoke my little piece of blunt before I go in, then have to sanitize my hands, do a little Febreze. Actually, I got to a point where I was actually smoking with latex gloves because, that's the biggest giveaway if you're smoking weed, your fingertips. If, it's hard once your hand gets that lit blunt and smoke just in it and you're rolling the weed, it's hard to get that weed smell out of your fingers. But I learned to keep latex gloves in my car to where my hands didn't smell like weed. So I would do that before I came in the house and then try to act like I'm not high. Because I will say, if you smoke so long, you smoke just to be normal. But when you try to take tolerance breaks or cut back, you can feel like I'm doing good by cutting back. But if you don't smoke for like 2-3 weeks and then integrate weed back into your life, weed is an amazing drug because you can quickly take your tolerance back to an immature level. So although I was smoking less before I actually quit, I was getting much higher. If you lay off weed for 2 weeks and come back to it, you're like, oh, this is what it feels to be high again. So I found myself actually higher by cutting back, as weird as that sounds. Maybe it's me, but that's what I felt like. I would get higher when I smoked one blunt throughout the course of the day versus smoking like 4 or 5 blunts throughout the whole day. But it's a nice day outside. It's a decent Monday, so I'll just go home, I'll eat dinner, play with the kids for a while, put them to sleep, and then I have a night job. I work at UPS at night. Because times is tough. We got to make our money. So I do go to UPS and slang boxes for a few hours during the night. So I'll see you guys once I get home.
I've been rolling through the pine trees, smoke filling up the air, running from my shadows like I just don't care. But I woke up one morning, but my mind was in a fog. Time to get up off this wagon, stop living like a dog. Mama always told me, son, follow straight and true. But the green got me twisted, lost my point of view. Met my old man at the diner, said some words so wise.
8:30 and I read my Bible. Then I take about a 2-hour nap. Tonight might be an hour 45, hour 30. And then I will be back up to make my way to UPS for the second part of my night. So I will see you guys soon. Alright. It's time to get up and go to UPS. Let's go. What's up? We made it to UPS. Gonna get this show underway. Monday is usually my easiest night because the week hasn't beat me down yet, so I have the most energy on Monday. So I'll show you a little bit of what goes on there, and we'll continue on this night.
Feeling so low, hazy days gone, ready to grow. Goodbye, green, time to be clean. Life's calling me, time to be free, free. Billows of doubt held me so tight, breaking those chains.
What's up, guys?
Into the light.
Shift is over. So, I kind of, with smoking weed, you tend to connect everything in your life with weed, including your jobs, of course. Whereas my first job I went to, as I said, I did smoke weed a large part of me being there, and it was hard me separating weed from the job itself. But when I came here to UPS, I smoked for a very short period of time. Of course, UPS throwing boxes can be a very easy but very labor-intensive job. And it was a time in my life where I had to pick up 2 jobs. So I could have looked at it like, okay, this is a stressful time. I gotta do 2 jobs. One is extremely labor intensive. The least I can do is reward myself with a little weed. But I said, I'm not going to make that an excuse to not quit. I'm not going to continue this cycle, because we can find anything to continue the cycle, whether it's we look at it as a negative reason to not quit or a positive reason to not quit. And I said, I'm not going to tie weed to this job. So I got my after work sandwich, my chips. So I'm going to enjoy this because I am hungry. But guys, so this was a typical day in life on a Monday. The other days are slightly different. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm tired. Maybe you're tired. Get you some rest. And I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, guys, if you like these, maybe I'll do these a little bit more. Not sure. Just trying some different. But remember, guys, we are all in this together. Peace.